Hello and welcome. I'm Trebecca99, this is Space Hulk, and we're going to play Mission 11 of the main campaign, Unknown Lifeforms.
The enemy infestation.
This is a very challenging mission.
We're
going to start with a team right here. We have to move down here and spend a turn there with at least one member of our team who is neither the sergeant nor the librarian.
Our force is being formed.
As you can see, the enemy will be coming from us from both kind of to the upper left and lower right, and there's lots of really short little corridors with lots of different routes that can be taken, which makes it very difficult to move through here. We can't really rely on just walking down all of our flanks and advancing, so we're going to have to really adjust to where the enemy is coming from. One thing that will help us with the difficulty of the map is the fact that the game has given us each of our Terminators a power force generator, which it doesn't tell us at all what that is, but I can tell you it allows you to make an action for 2 action points that will put up a force field that it takes the enemy a full turn to dismantle. So it will stop them from advancing if it's well placed, until they can spend all of their action points for an entire turn taking it down. So you can really slow them down and help your advance. Oops. So now we're just going to deploy all of our guys in order, because that actually works out pretty well for us here. And we're going to get started on the mission. The other thing to know here is that one of the enemies we will be facing is a Broodlord, which is basically a more difficult variety of Gene Stealer. The Broodlord is very hard to kill, and we're going to focus everything we have on, we're going to try as much as we can to get our assault cannon to try and take him down, because that's our best chance. The thing is basically unkillable in hand-to-hand combat, even by our Lightning Claw guys, so we need to avoid that, and bolters have only a very low chance of being able to kill the thing. So we're going to advance with all of our guys here. And I'm going to sort of decide how I want to advance. I guess it would make sense to get this, use the last 2 command points here. Obviously we don't need to save our command points on this mission, because nobody's going to be, or on this turn I should say. We don't need to save our command points on the first turn because nobody's going to be in Overwatch. We don't have to worry about the enemy quite yet, so we can just use them for movement. So the basic idea here is that we're going to have our librarian shoot out this door and then toss down a his power field generator right in front of it to block off that entryway for Gene Stealers. If he can bloody well get the thing open. Wow. That's something else. Alright. We couldn't shoot out either door. I'm very disappointed. Now we're gonna obviously need someone in Overwatch on this hallway, but we'll probably use our assault cannon once we get the rest of our guys through here. So we're gonna have to use some command points. One right here.
Moving.
And we can move him. Okay. And then we're gonna use one more to get that turn. And then we'll be okay. So we're gonna have 2 command points left in Overwatch. Which we actually really don't need. So this door is open, so we can actually throw down the power field generator here right now with those command points. Thing is, an assault cannon really doesn't need command points in Overwatch because it doesn't jam. So as per usual, we actually don't need, or as with the last turn, we don't need command
Xenos
points.
contact spotted, brothers. Hostile targets ahead.
So here they come. So now they're coming from below us, and these are obviously tricky because we don't know if they're going to come up this way, or this way, or this way. And that's kind of what makes this level difficult, is the unpredictability of the enemy. So here comes our librarian in that direction. We're going to continue to leave our assault cannon in Overwatch. I'm going to take a slight risk in moving him up. It'll help us advance. But we have the AP for it, and still put him in Overwatch. And the assault cannon is so powerful, I'm just assuming he's going to be able to take these guys out. And then our forward guys, we will continue advancing to get them into position.
Yes,
and that's going to leave everything open here for our librarian to go into Overwatch if we need it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, this guy could in theory move out there, and we don't need our command points for anything else.
Let them come.
So we'll just use that for Overwatch. In case someone does, or it'll probably even just prevent this Gene Stealer from going to one extra square to get out in front of us, which they would if we weren't in Overwatch. He probably won't use it and the Overwatch won't trigger. He probably won't step out into the hallway if they do decide to go that way. One down. Two down. Three down. Down. And we have one more to deal with. That's 5 of them. So he's going to be pretty low on ammo already. That little maneuver will have taken out most of his ammo.
Brothers. Movement, brothers.
So we have a bit of a tricky situation here. He used 9 of the 10 rounds of his ammo, which means he has to reload before we can rely on him for Overwatch. So what we're going to do is just throw down our power field generator right there. That's going to slow everyone down, and then he can start leaving the area, and maybe on his next turn go ahead and reload. We still haven't seen the Broodlord yet, which has me moderately worried. Because we just don't know when he's going to show up. Now we need to deal with both this direction and that direction. This guy's our flamer. So I'm going to go ahead and set some move and fire targets for this guy. Oops, oh, you can only have one at a time. Let's start with this one as we move here. No, he's not going to shoot at it. It's so hard to predict what they're going to do. I don't know why he didn't do that. And then we'll set a move and fire target there as we turn, which he should shoot at. But he didn't get it open. And then we'll Overwatch. And we'll let our flamer head forward into this room. Basically, if this guy gets into that room, he's going to go ahead and flame it. Don't have to worry about those guys. He is in Overwatch. We're going to set Lightning Claws down here so that as the assault cannon runs away, we can use the Lightning Claws to block off this entrance. And we're going to have our librarian keep moving, except I'm too slow. Ran out of time.
Xenos contact spotted.
Oh, there's the Broodlord. That's him right there. So that's very dangerous. We're going to have to set up the assault cannon to take him out. Okay. So there's nobody down this way right now. It's going to take a full turn to remove that. We can't let Lightning Claws face the Broodlord. We need the assault cannon too. So we're going to focus kind of our energies on delaying these guys here. And we're also going to delay these guys here by throwing up a field power generator. And then starting to move through this room. By the time they can't clear that next turn, they can clear it the turn after, and by then we should be able to turn back around and flame the room as they come through, or deal with them in some other way. Of course, with this here, they might also just come around the other side, which is okay for us as well. Now Lightning Claws is going to leave that area. We want to get him down there. We want to get the assault cannon down into this hallway, I should say. So the librarian is going to go that way. We're going to get the assault cannon coming this way as quick as we can. Nobody's in immediate threat of being killed, so we can use our command points to move the assault cannon a little further. That's going to allow him to make one step, turn, and overwatch without using any command points on his next turn. The only thing is, I have a slight worry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He could end up right in front of us, but he can't kill us. So I guess we're going to be okay, probably. What I'm worried is this Gene Stealer could clear that force field, and that would leave the Broodlord free to run through and rip us to shreds.
Targets!
Yes, that appears to be the plan.
They approach.
So they did cut that thing open. I'm not sure if they're going to move now. Okay, so there is a lot going on. So our flamer's going to keep moving.
Affirmative.
These guys might pop that open next turn, but if they do, they can't move, so I don't actually have to worry about it yet. So our librarian can keep moving as well. Now, like I said, we need our assault cannon to deal with this situation down here. Oh shoot, he hasn't reloaded. That was a huge mistake. Okay, he needs to reload. And in order to give him time to do that next time, we're going to use a force barrier to hold them there one more turn. Now, we have our bolter guy here. He can, he can get down here and overwatch against this guy, and potentially this other blip coming up from behind.
Watching for enemy contact.
And we'll have Lightning Claws come down here and prevent them from running up this hallway. Just make sure he's safe from melee as well if the overwatch fails. And that's everyone.
Weapon jammed. Weapon operational.
Good, got it. That was our last command point used on that jam. I can't believe I forgot to reload the assault cannon. So these guys still haven't managed to clear that force generator, which is kind of interesting. So we'll sort of deal with that. He's reloaded now, so we will get him. We're actually going to give him a little more space to move and turn there, and then Overwatch.
Watching for enemy
That should be
contact.
enough distance for him to survive this round, although it might actually run him out of ammo for the rest of the game. This situation down here is obviously pretty freaking scary. So I think the best way to deal with it is to run away. Yeah, I'm gonna get him out of there.
Initiating attack protocol.
Six. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna just move him down here. And then throw down his own power field generator to prevent these gene stealers from getting through. This guy's gonna be able to get through, but we'll deal with him when he does. Use our last action point to turn. These guys are locked in here for a minute, so we're gonna move our flamer down and kind of get him ready to deal with this hallway as it becomes an issue. Probably these gene stealers are going to come down here and then we'll flame them. And our librarian's just going to keep a move up. Here they come. So like I said, those guys could come, but they can't quite get to me yet. There we go, we got the Broodlord.
Enemy sighted.
And he just cleared out that whole row. But he might be just about out of ammo. How's he doing? Oh, he has half his ammo left. So he can move there, and we can decide what to do with him, basically. We're gonna set move and fire on that guy. Oh, I see the problem. He can't turn. I don't know what to do with this guy. I think the assault cannon might be dead. We'll move everyone else, because that's more important right now. Like I said, we can now flame up this hallway, deal with these guys.
Death demands vengeance.
This one guy's still alive, but he's pretty unlikely to be a threat. We're going to have our librarian turn around and guard this way. We'll let the... Wait, who's this? That's our sergeant. We kind of want the... Oh, except it's dangerous down there. Okay, so we're going to have our sergeant lead the way down here. We need to deal with these guys who are going to come up and try and mess us up in here. We'll let the flamer come in behind him. And
my aim
put
is
the
true.
librarian in Overwatch. And have Lightning Claws turn around and go into guard. Seriously, I don't know what to do with her.
Unbreakable faith.
This guy. He's just going to use all the command points to go into Overwatch, I guess. Leaves our librarian a little bit vulnerable. But we're just going to have to rely on him not to jam.
Cleanse
There we go, that's a good
and
start.
burn. Going into Overwatch.
And that's everything. So far so good with the librarian. Okay, that Gene Stealer's died in the flames. Here we go. So obviously this corridor is a bit of a danger for us. I think the best way to deal with it is going to be to just throw up a force barrier so they can't advance through it. And I have enough time to continue doing that every turn as long as my... Oh, I can't undo, and I forgot to reroll CP. So that's a huge mistake. Don't make that mistake. If you've been watching my videos, you'll notice I forget to roll my command points like every other turn. Don't do that.
Yes, Commander.
It's not going to help you. But I've been managing to be successful anyway, so maybe it just makes the videos more instructional. How to survive when you make simple mistakes all the time, anyway. So we're just going to... I was just going to back him up, but really I kind of want to get my assault cannon the heck out of here, because he's going to die if I don't. He's really just going to die, isn't he? I don't know what to do with that guy. Neither of these guys can throw their force fields anymore. The most important thing is to protect this route, so that's what he's going to do, and I think the assault cannon is just a sacrificial lamb. This guy can go 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got lots of attacks on me. So, I mean, he can just do way too much. I guess he can go here. That's his best bet in Overwatch, because it means the guys behind him can't get to him yet.
My aim is true.
And then he'll Overwatch here and he'll at least get a shot to kill anyone who's coming at him. It's the best I can do. And that's everyone.
We have contact.
There, he got him. Let's see how he does against the rest. Oh! Oh, snap. Malfunction. Oh well. He was doomed anyway. If I was ever going to see an assault cannon malfunction in this game, that was the time for it, when I was pretty darn certain that guy couldn't survive. So we're just going to leave Mr. Lightning Claws there to
I
deal
shall
with
hold.
the pack. Hopefully he survives. You know, he has a reasonable chance. Certainly not a guarantee. And now our Sergeant and Flamer are going to go ahead and head down this way.
Clear a path.
We're going to use our wonderful psychic ability to stop the Gene Stealers from coming after us. So basically, yeah, I mean, they could come back down this way, which we may have to deal with, so maybe I will leave. They can't do it this turn. So what I'm going to do is actually stick my Librarian here to deal with anything if it should come. What we're going to rely on here is our Flamer getting into this room to collect the sample and then get off the map. And we're going to continue just throwing down that force field right there. And that's everything.
We have contact. The machine spirits guide my fire.
I like how he stepped on him after killing him. That was classic.
Forward
That's a little finesse.
Drive them back. Let them fall. Cleanse the monstrosity.
All of them want a piece of the Lightning Claws guy. Like, one of the Terminators is trying to fight us hand to hand. Everybody kill him! Okay, I'm actually just gonna let the Flamer... Oh, I gotta reroll my command points, I remembered. Okay. I'm gonna just back him up.
Moving out.
Because the Sergeant and the Librarian, according to the mission instructions, can't collect the sample. So I'm gonna go ahead and let the Flamer go first and let him do it. Seems like I don't actually need to use my psychic barrier this time. So I'm gonna make a big storm and try and kill a bunch of these bastards. Yeah. It's gonna, like, force dice rolls on a lot of them. Got one.
The machine spirits guide my fire.
There, we killed a bunch of them. That'll help. And now actually my Librarian is going to try and get off the map too. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. So if these guys come after me, I can go ahead and throw up a force barrier there again next turn. And he has to go into guard again.
I stand my ground.
Good luck, Brother Claudio.
Death demands vengeance.
Yes it does, yes it does. You go.
Drive them back. No!
Uh-oh. He's done. Boo. Okay, but fortunately we have a point after which our 3 surviving guys, you know, nobody can get at them if we just throw up a barrier right there. Not that we even need to right now, because nobody can get to it. But that will be the plan. Oh, what did I do? Oh, I created another command point. I pressed prescience by accident, but whatever. You know, it's all good. Okay, so he's gonna need to spend a full turn in there. That's fine. And I don't know, game mechanics can be funny, so I'm just not gonna move these other two guys into the room yet, because maybe bad things will happen. And we lost 2 on the way. They sacrificed themselves for the greater good, but you know, Terminators are always happy to do that. You know, Space Marines they don't give a crap about dying as long as the objective is met, and the objective will be met. Oh, where did he come from? Oh my god, what happened? I should have thrown down the barrier. Where did he come from? Seriously, am I blind? I must be blind. Well, at least he survived. Wow. I was blind. I didn't see one of them there. And that was scary. So now he can back up. And now he can throw down his force barrier. Haha! Beat that. And back up again. And then, I don't know, this is still flashing, which makes me worried. I just don't trust this game to deal with win objectives properly, given the history over the last few days. If you've been following it, bugged Mission 6, which, even though you won it, you lost, and flamers have to hit the exact target. You know, you have to focus the flamer shot on the thing you need to flame rather than just flaming the whole room, because that makes perfect sense. Even if the spot is flamed, it doesn't count as completing the objective to flame it unless you actually targeted it, and that was not communicated. So I'm just going to wait one more turn here because I have a bunch of side plans, so I'm just going to wait one more turn and make sure, for sure, that that guy is getting the sample.
They come.
They do, they come. They're coming for me. There's a large number of them trying to get to me. But I won't let them. Okay, see, now it's not flashing anymore. Now it's not flashing, so I feel good about, like, leaving.
Yes, brother, moving.
There we go. Does that mean we
The enemy
win?
is
We
in
win!
pursuit, but your victory is
Yay! Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.